Alright, what's up, folks? It is Sunday, October 30th, 2016. Rich Van Tassel with you, giving you the weekly NBA reports. We will do those on Sunday this year, as opposed to last season. We did them on Tuesdays. Not really going to get into the schedule, the standings too much. I mean, the most any team has played is 3 games. Some teams have still only played 1 game. So there's not much to look at there, just some of the surprising things. You do have Anthony Davis, of course, going off, scoring 95 points in his first 2 games. Pelicans have not won either of those games. Now, New Orleans played last night. Let's see how he did in that one. They lost to the Spurs. They got crushed. No surprise there. The Spurs are 3-0. But checking that out. See how well Anthony Davis did. He only had 18 and 5 last night, so he was held in check in that one. You, of course, had Damian Lillard. He was putting up serious points early in the week. Obviously, just looking at some of the headlines as well, they're talking about whether or not DeMarcus Cousins will be traded. I think he should have been traded by now already. I'm surprised, especially a team like the Celtics hasn't gone after him. But as well in the Eastern Conference, Atlanta only 2 games in. Their plus minus is almost at 25 points. That's pretty good. Obviously the numbers are skewed a bit because we're only early in the season, but still, that's quite impressive. The Cavaliers have played 3 games, have not lost, are right under 13 in Chicago Bulls, 11 and a half points, and they didn't beat the Celtics by that much either, so they clubbed the team. No one's expecting Chicago to really be that good. I don't think they're going to be as bad as people may think. But even with the plus minus, you can't get too much into it. The Knicks are 1-1, and they're minus 11, or the differential, we'll say, because plus minus may confuse some people. Gotta give the Spurs some credit though. Coming out, they handled the Golden State Warriors. You got to look at that Warriors situation as well. Supposedly after they only just got by the Pelicans. Steve Kerr ripped into the team. They got handled by San Antonio. Their differential is 10.5 points through 2 games. So again, you can't. But they have 1 win, so you can't. And that's minus 10.5. Can't go into it too much with that. Sacramento 2-1. Let's see how well they can play. If that'll keep DeMarcus Cousins there, as we just said, there's talk about him being traded. So we got to keep an eye on that as well. As for the Eastern Conference, we talked about the Celtics yesterday. I'll usually do them with this one in the future. Just do it right afterwards on the Sunday. They're 2-1. They got a win over a Charlotte team on the road last night. So that Bulls game was a little tough to swallow because I feel they're a better team than the Bulls, but they made up for it against Charlotte. Charlotte's 2-1. But again, even like I expected Toronto to win the East. They're 1-1, so you can't, do much going into it. Just looking at some of the storylines. But Damian Lillard, my MVP pick, playing very well. The Celtics, when they've been sharp, they look very good. They have some lulls though that they clearly have to take care of. Cleveland hasn't lost, and the Golden State Warriors need to figure things out. So that's it for right now. It'll obviously be much more in depth in the future, but we're still not even a full, complete week done. So we'll keep it up from there and be sure to, get moving as soon as the season gets rolling. Hopefully by next Sunday we'll have at least a bit of a clearer picture. It's not ever really going to get solved. The picture will never be completely developed, so to speak, until we get to, at least January, where you really have an idea of what things are going to go on. And then still, even teams get hot after that. So, but hopefully, at least come next Sunday, we'll see some things development, maybe some surprises, what have you. I'm just seeing now, Philly got crushed by 32 last night, so they're in mid-season form. The Philadelphia 76ers. So that's always something to keep an eye on. And Brooklyn lost as well, so they're not. They got a surprising win, but you're looking at two of the bad teams. I would expect Philly should be better than Brooklyn this year, but it is what it is. Still early on, those things you just can't tell. So when that happens, we'll give that to you. Be back next Sunday, of course. Any other flash news alerts in the NBA, we'll talk about them. Any Celtics alerts we'll give them to you. Be sure to stay tuned for the recap of the games today, the football games. and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a good one.